Hey everyone, this is Josh DeSanto of Genus Loci Games. We're finally back. It's been about a month and a half since our last real video, and I do apologize for that. A lot of things have been going on, positive and negative. House hunting in Texas, so that's taken some time away from being able to make these videos. But also, as you can see, we are looking at a new desktop environment here. This is Linux Netrunner 16 Ozymandias. I had been running Ubuntu 14.04 LTS. However, as you guys can see behind me, my computer is basically where my kids play. So, left my computer on one day, forgot to lock it. My daughter got in, 4 years old, genius of a girl, and somehow wiped the entire system clean. So, I've been working to get everything up and running again. Luckily, Fantasy Grounds is working optimally in Netrunner 16, so we're good to go. Before we go into our overview and review for the Lost Mines of Phandelver, I had a question come into the YouTube channel about a week ago about the fantasy language extension. Um, this is something that I really like with Fantasy Grounds, and its original creator, I believe, a guy by the name of Tenian, did a really wonderful job with this thing. Basically, what it does is it has a number of languages in the code, and if any of your players on their player sheet have a language on there that's other than common, and then you type in in this language that they have, it shows up in that language to everyone who does not have that language. So for Knowles, which you guys can see I have already up there in the chat box, it comes up as a bunch of gibberish to anyone who does not know the Knoll language. And then for those who do, like the little pink box has, translated Knoll, and it says what I have. This adds a wonderful level of immersion, and I very rarely run into anyone who dislikes this extension. The few people I did were guys, admittedly like me, who really want to know everything going on in the game, even if they don't metagame. They just want to know every aspect of it. Um, but as a GM and growingly as a player, I really do like this extension. So we can see an example over here of the Knoll language, but I'm going to show you guys Dwarf too, because Dwarven is pretty awesome, and it really shows the work that the original creator went into it. I'm going to have a link below, by the way, so you guys can pick this extension up if you want. So if you have this extension, anytime you want to type in a non-common language, you would do backspace, lang, space, we're going to do Dwarven, and then space again, and we're going to type in Moradin's beard. And what comes up is some rather, dwarfy looking script. It's blocky, looks a little runic. And so this is what all the players would see. And then the dwarfs in the party who know their own language, or anyone else who would know Dwarfish, would see the translated Dwarven, Moradin's beard. So it's a wonderful extension. I highly recommend it. I've been using it myself for about a year. First time I ran into it was in a Pathfinder game I was part of, 2 or so years ago. Game by the name of Stoneheart. Um, Wonderful game. Really do miss that game actually. But enough about my previous adventures. If you like it, I would really get this extension. Um, and we're going to go on from here. So, as with everything else with Fantasy Grounds, the Lost Mines of Phandelver, once you pick it up at the Fantasy Grounds store, it goes through your account, your forum account, and all you have to do is update your Fantasy Grounds, and it will automatically download into your library the adventure. Once there, you just go into your library after you load in, modules, and you just make sure that the book is open, and it'll show up for you. Now, compared to the physical version of this that came with the starter set last June, um, this is very well done. Nothing against the one that came with the starter set, but the way this is handled and set up is very clear cut, the monsters, the encounters, everything is right there for you. There's no page hunting involved, and it's just very quick and very easy. Even opens it up for you to add things in, the random encounters. If I can see it, there actually is a whole bunch of tables for your background, for your backgrounds and all that that come with the starter set. But my favorite one, if I could find it, right here we go, is you have encounter tables just for random wilderness encounters for both the day, the night, and I mean, it's awesome. And it'll tell you right there, hobgoblins, and it works out very well. It's probably one of my favorite features that came with this, and very inventive. I was very surprised when I saw it. But wandering monsters, some really great tables came with this. Back over to the main module though. It's broken down just like every other module that you get with Fantasy Grounds. Whole bunch of tabs just full, just brimming and overrunning with stuff. You have every section of the original booklet just thrown in, and just done well. Let me go to Goblin Arrows. This is the first adventure in the game, and it just goes over it excellently. You don't even have to say, you have your auto text. The encounters are pre-done. You go over to your NPCs and go to encounters. Encounters are pre-done. You see that P13 Goblin Ambush, you have your text, and then P103 Goblin Ambush links directly to it. And it's very well done. Very, very nice. Items are pre-made for you. You don't have to type anything yourself. Also comes with parcels for different sections of the adventures. So you can pick up different things, like Glassstaff's quarters. Has everything that's already in the quarters already pre-done. You just drag and drop this into the party sheet, not the party, the party sheet for the inventory. Just boom, drop it in. I'm going to actually show you guys. So yeah, you guys killed Glassstaff, and boom, right there. Anyone in the party can see it, and it makes it very easy for both the GM and the party to find out who grabbed what went where, and what's available, in case no one was actively writing it down like in a tabletop game. So this is all very well done. The only negative is you have to do the pre-gens kind of yourself. The pre-gens are here, right here, and it's very simple to do. So we're going to actually get rid of the two I have up here, because this is my second time making the video. And instead of coming directly and you load up the module and boom, there's the pre-gens, you actually have to drag and drop yourself. Nothing big, nothing huge, just a couple seconds of extra work. And every pre-gen from the game, from the box set, is in here, and very well done as well. There we go. Comes with all the information that you need. Now, the only thing I haven't been able to notice yet, and I'm going to bring up the human folk hero here, because I know him the best, is that when you level up, it doesn't automatically give you the pre-generated stuff. So when I give him his total level and make it 3, it doesn't actually change his sheet beyond what's normal. Normal increases and all the other things. It doesn't give the pre-generated what things he takes, his fighter stances, stuff like that. And honestly, that's not a big deal. That allows for a better customization from the player, and everything is actually still there in the basic book that comes with the 5th edition rule set. but unfortunately, it's the only drawback I see with these guys. At the same time, I can tell you I might be missing it. So, how does this compare to the box set version? Honestly, despite how much I love Fantasy Grounds, how much I love and play my games through virtual tabletops and online, I'm always going to have a soft spot for the tabletop versions of a game. And in this case, I really can't find anything that makes my bias seem justified. This is very well done. They the Smiteworks team, the coders, they spent a lot of time getting this together, and it shows, and it shows wonderfully. Again, I think some of the lacking parts would be in the pre-generated characters, either not having listed what happens when your folk hero fighter goes to level 2 and goes to level 3, like it does on the physical character sheets. Um, and I also, no icons. But that's a personal preference. I mean, even a generic, the generic, thief icon would have been pretty cool. But it allows for the players and the GM to personalize a little more, and that's also cool. So I'd pick this up. I don't know if it's for everybody. It is a very widespread, very light adventure. Um, it goes around everywhere, just drops hints. The storyline itself is average at best, but just the world exploration and the different random fun things that a player or a team can get involved in are very well done. Both in the boxed version and in this, there is nothing lacking. This is a great setting. It's not even for me an adventure. This is a great setting. I could see Phelan and the Phandelver area of the Sword Coast just taking an entire campaign over. The map that comes with, let me bring that back up. The map is well done. I mean, and it gives the DM lots of places to just, you know, add anything they want, from old edition D&D to new stuff. I mean, look at right here. You got these things right here. I can put in the keep in the Borderlands here. Does it match with traditional realms mythology? No, it doesn't. But I could still do it. Ghost Tower right here, 4th edition version. Perfect, right in this area. So, this section with Flandalen, and this adventure, this small little map, it adds a lot, both in terms of play. Again, I've been playing this adventure for almost a year and a half now, and we just finally made it to the mines, which are like the big dungeon delve section where all the storyline happens. And there's been a few canceled games, but for the main thing, we've been twice a month throughout this entire time, 4 5 hour long games. This is huge. It's a huge adventure, and it will take a good amount of time, especially if you have role players, because there's lots of intrigue and politics going on down here. So, highly recommend it. If you're a GM and you're looking for a great introductory drug for 5th edition for your players, I do recommend this. Um, I will eventually get to the Horde of the Dragon Queen and Rise of Tiamat. So, um, just a very good place to play a game. So that does it for this week. In 2 weeks, we're gonna go over something that's not part of Fantasy Grounds. I've been asked by a lot of people if I would do a overview and review for Battle Rider Games' White Star. It's an OSR science fiction, science fantasy setting, and can't wait to dive into it and share my thoughts with everyone. So, have a good couple weeks and see you when we get back. Any questions, comments, anything you guys need explained more, just hop on down to the comments section and I'll answer if I can. Thanks a lot.